Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman went head-to-head in another battle of the monsters to determine the next challenger for the United States Championship. However, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga ruined the party as they attacked Strowman and awarded him a disqualification win. LeKnight cleared the ring as the new Bloodline beat down Braun Strowman after the match. It was clear that Jacob Fatu wasn't happy with Solo Sikoa's decision to cost him the contest. Check out the 4 predictions of the new Bloodline after Solo Sikoa cost Jacob Fatu on SmackDown. Braun Strowman won Friday night's match against Jacob Fatu by disqualification. The win means he will get a shot at LA Knight's United States Championship on next week's show in London. Knight helped Strowman fend off an attack by the new Bloodline, and it looks like Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga will return for revenge. The 3 heels could spoil the show next week. WWE fans could see the heels show up during next week's contest and attack both men to end the match in a no contest. This angle would protect both men, making the United States Championship picture more interesting. It would have been good to see Jacob Fatu get a match for the United States Championship in London. However, the company may have bigger plans for the Samoan Werewolf going forward, as he is currently the top member of the new Bloodline. Fatu could get the title match for a bigger stage if he attacks both men on next week's show. Fans could see him tear Braun Strowman and LA Knight apart and demand a championship match. Nick Aldis could make a triple threat match for the United States Championship official for WrestleMania 41, with Jacob Fatu in the mix. The angle could see Fatu pin Strowman to win his first singles title in the company. Solo Sikoa's recent decisions haven't worked well with the rest of the new Bloodline. He caused a DQ on Friday night, and Jacob Fatu vented his anger backstage. Fatu worked as Sikoa's enforcer in the past, but his loss in the tribal combat on Raw's Netflix premiere has turned the faction on its head. WWE fans could see the Samoan Werewolf walk out of the group in the coming weeks. This could allow Fatu to work on his own before WrestleMania 41, possibly get a United States Championship match, or start feuding with Solo Sikoa before the shows. With tensions rising within the group, Solo Sikoa could continue acting as the leader and make a big decision to infuriate Jacob Fatu even more. He could add a 34-year-old star to the group. Hikuleo has signed up with the company and awaits his in-ring debut. Recent reports suggest that he is doing well in preparation. Sikoa could add Hikuleo to the group before or during WrestleMania 41, when Fatu competes for the United States Championship. This could result in Fatu losing the title and being kicked out of the faction, with the 34-year-old replacing him. 4 predictions for the new Bloodline following SmackDown. The Bloodline is changing. For years, Roman Reigns ruled WWE with an iron fist, backed by a dominant faction that crushed everyone in their path. But now, with Solo Sikoa taking charge, things are moving in an entirely new direction, one that may lead to the most shocking twist yet at WrestleMania 41. After weeks of chaos, Jacob Fatu is out, leaving a massive hole in the Bloodline's ranks. But Solo Sikoa isn't just going to sit back and accept the loss. He's going to replace Fatu with someone even more dangerous. The question is, who will he choose? And more importantly, what does this mean for Roman Reigns when he returns? Here are 4 bold predictions for the new Bloodline following SmackDown and how Solo Sikoa's next move could change the fate of WrestleMania 41. The most likely replacement for Jacob Fatu? None other than Tama Tonga, a 34-year-old veteran, a former Bullet Club leader, and a man with a deep connection to the Samoan dynasty. Tama Tonga has already appeared in WWE as part of the Gorillas of Destiny, and his presence could reshape the Bloodline into something even more ruthless than before. Here's why Solo might bring him in. Tama has history with the Bloodline. His father, Haku, was one of the toughest Samoan warriors ever, and his ties to Roman's family run deep. Tama is a proven leader. He doesn't follow orders blindly, he takes control. If Solo Sikoa wants to truly separate his version of the Bloodline from Roman's, he needs a strong, independent force by his side. He's looking for a big moment. Tama's WWE debut was explosive, but he needs something bigger. Becoming Solo Sikoa's right-hand man could instantly make him one of SmackDown's top threats. If Solo Sikoa recruits Tama Tonga, it would send a clear message. He's not just trying to hold the Bloodline together. He's trying to create a new dynasty. For months, the biggest question in WWE has been, is Solo Sikoa really loyal to Roman Reigns? But after SmackDown, the answer is becoming clearer. Solo is taking over. If Solo replaces Jacob Fatu with a new enforcer, it could be the final nail in the coffin for Roman's version of the Bloodline. Solo has already been making his own decisions. He cut off Paul Heyman from Roman, sent Jimmy Uso on reckless missions, and took out challengers without consulting Reigns. The faction is slowly shifting to Solo's rule. When Roman returns, he may find out that the Bloodline is no longer his to command. Solo might outright reject Roman's leadership. Instead of waiting for the tribal chief's return, Solo could simply declare himself the new leader, forcing everyone, including Roman, to acknowledge him instead. This could set up a massive battle at WrestleMania 41. Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa for control of the Bloodline. And if Solo has Tama Tonga or another powerful ally backing him, Roman might not be able to stop him. For months, Jimmy Uso has been in a strange spot. He's still in the Bloodline, but he's not truly trusted. Solo Sikoa has kept him around, but mostly as a pawn, sending him on missions and treating him like a lesser member of the faction. But if Solo replaces Jacob Fatu with someone stronger, what happens to Jimmy Uso? He becomes irrelevant, and that could be the breaking point. Jimmy has been mistreated by Roman, then by Solo. He's been used, disrespected, and ignored. If Solo fully replaces him, it could push Jimmy to finally snap. He could turn to Roman for revenge. Imagine Jimmy Uso, who once betrayed his brother Jay to stay in the Bloodline, now realizing that Solo doesn't care about him either. A Jimmy versus Solo match could be coming. If Solo turns on Jimmy, it could set up a brutal Jimmy Uso versus Solo Sikoa match at WrestleMania, where Jimmy finally tries to reclaim his identity. Would Jimmy dare to stand against the Bloodline? Or would he run back to Jey Uso and try to reunite the Usos? Either way, his days as Solo's sidekick might be numbered. Here's the most shocking prediction of them all. What if Solo Sikoa grows so powerful, so uncontrollable, that Roman Reigns has no choice but to reunite with his greatest enemy? That's right, Jey Uso. Think about it. Jey was the first to challenge Roman Reigns back in 2020. He was once his greatest enemy, but he was also the first and most loyal Bloodline member. Jey walked away from the Bloodline to become his own man. He's been thriving on Raw, becoming a fan favorite. But what if he sees Solo destroying everything the Bloodline stood for? If Roman and Jey stand together against Solo, WrestleMania could become a civil war. Imagine the chaos. Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and the new Bloodline versus Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso caught in the middle, forced to choose sides. Paul Heyman possibly switching loyalties, fearing for his own survival. If WWE pulls the trigger on this story, WrestleMania 41 could see the Bloodline explode in ways no one expected. With Jacob Fatu out, the Bloodline is at a turning point. Solo Sikoa is growing more powerful. A new recruit, possibly Tama Tonga, could shift the balance. Roman Reigns may return to find his empire in ruins. Jimmy Uso might finally turn against Solo. Jey Uso and Roman could reunite to stop Solo at WrestleMania. One thing is certain, the Bloodline will never be the same again. And when Roman Reigns finally returns, he may find himself not as the ruler of WWE, but as the hunted. SmackDown is about to get even more dangerous. Who will survive? Tune in next week to find out.